Well, hello again. Thanks for joining me. In this episode, we're going to be taking the lifters off the old green Murray here. We're just scavenging it in the ruins at this point. It's pretty much pain for nothing. My plan is to just simply undo the back bolts here and take the whole assembly off, tire and all, and then go to the Murray mower. I mean the Acemurrman mower, whatever you want to call it, the Ace-up engine mower, and take its wheels off. Because it's just bolted into the single hole, and it's kind of low. I think it's too low. It's going to kill the grass. I don't want it to kill the grass. I want to just trim the grass. It would kill it if it goes as low as it was knocking into dirt in spots. That's why I had such a dust cloud. I was like, okay, we don't want to wear the blade out hitting dirt and stuff, or hitting stumps. That'd be a disaster. And that's what kind of has happened to this one. Plus, I ran the wrong oil in it. Sometimes it's hard to tell which one, if you're in the right direction or not. 9 times out of 10, I get it in the wrong direction from my initial go, but we got it right this time. So I'm going to hold this bolt on the outside with my pliers, and it should fly right off. All this stuff's been pre-treated before, and it's pretty fresh. And long ago worked on this one. But at least it's not going to go to waste. Because this doesn't have this in the front, and I was like, well, it does have the 3 holes, so this thing should fit with this line. For this part now. If I feel like I can do it, I might go out there and go ahead and do that to the other one. But this one's lightweight. That's why I was like, this is some lightweight stuff. Alright. Now, putting them on the front might not be too hard. I don't know if I'll be able to get away with just holding them like that, or I may end up taking the tire off anyway. In fact, let's just go ahead and take the tire off of them. That shouldn't be too hard. I believe I have a socket for this one, which will make this a lot easier. Let me go fetch that. But yeah, I had to cover. I opened this up. I was curious to see how did it open, plus what kind of filter was in it. And it's got this thing. It's weird. It's similar to the other one, but it's small. It's very small. I note gasoline on it. I didn't do anything special, but it is near the priming section, so maybe that's normal. And then it's got a little grittier section, which is foamy too, but it's more like a Brillo pad. And it collects. I just wiped it off. It had already had dust and dirt on it, so it's pulling air up through there apparently. Little cover cap. It just fits on there like this. It's pretty straightforward. The screwdriver needed for this one. That's alright. And come think about, yeah, the other carburetor had its filter on top, so I guess in that way they are similar. Okay, what do we need for this one? The same stuff, I believe. Let's see. There we go. About to fall off any second. Here comes Coco and Candace. The whole crew out. Yeah, that's one long screw. I think it got off there. Yeah, there you go. Oh yeah, it's original hardware. It's junk. It's all dirtied up. I got some better stuff already from the other wheels. So as usual, we'll just take out. I'm gonna reuse this wheel, I believe. I like it. It matches up better than the generic ones I have for the Murray. And feels like it's a little sturdier too. Just gonna go ahead and get it back together with the adjusters. Let's see if they fit. It looks the same. Yeah, same. That puts the wheels out front. That'll be a nice upgrade for this already pretty decent deck, and the motor seems alright. Just probably want to pay attention to your filter a lot and change the oil in it regular. Don't use oil that's too thin. Trying to avoid that. There it went. That's some serious bolt there. Sticks out a lot. I do need a spacer in there so it ain't too much. But it needs to be on here before I put the bolt on. That's what it is. So I'm trying to prevent the bolt on the back from it's sticking out too much. I can't even get the nut on the back of it because this frame is correct. This thing's nice and straight. It's gonna run really great. This is what it was meant to look like on the Murray, I guess. It must have got warped over the years. Just pressed it funny because it's cheap. They were like, we don't care. It's okay. We like jack wheels at Murray. The Craftsman said, no, we don't do jack wheels on our products. Now, do I have a slip cord for the other side? I wonder how thick this one would be for this one. It might work this time. For this particular one, it does, yeah. And if this one turned out to be too short, now I've got alternate ones I can sand and clean up to use on the other side. Yeah, that's what we wanted. Right there. I want it to be able to spin, but not feel like this side's gonna fall off. Trying to get back in the original spot. We gotta use a 3-hole slot there. I'm gonna try this section. This is where I had mowed it with a really low setting. And I was like, whoa, that's too much. Let's see if it's remedied that now. I'm gonna mow the next piece here and see if it's close to what the other mower was doing. Well, interesting. Despite moving it up, what I thought was a pretty good height, it didn't cut as deep as before, but it did trim off what the other mower had left behind, or it had just grown back it quick. This part usually turns back pretty quick. But there you go. I call that pretty good. If I find that it's too high, I mean it's too low, I can raise it some more. We'll take one look at the finished project here. And this should complete the whole Craftsman series. If it ever breaks down, it'll be a completely different kind of engine to work on, that's for sure. I hope I'm just gonna keep clean. I'm gonna try to keep it clean and hope it lasts for a while. All right, well, after watching me mow grass with it for a few minutes and seeing how it runs, I still didn't run all the gas out of it. But that's okay. I'll get around to doing it. Probably wait till I have my day off, then just come out here and make a day of it and mow all of it in one pass. But for now, it's like, let me see what I can do with this other one before I close it out here. And I said, there's some small, light, loose ends I need to work on here. And I'm also going to check out our guest star here, the Troy built. That's my nephew's motor. I was like, or not motor, but mower. And I was like, wow, fancy stuff. Okay. It blows mine away with the extra features and all, but I think mine's pretty good for a homemade one, or home assembled from pieces one. Since we couldn't get the old original, but that's a Briggs & Stratton on it. That's a new version of it. One like I've seen on the internet, I suppose, after it's been used. So I took his filter off for him as a courtesy, just checking it out. And I was like, wow, so maybe people might want to see that. See how dirty Pat's filter was. It's pretty funky there, Pat. I'm going to clean it for you best I can, pal. If you ever see this video, I don't know if you will or not. I don't like how it's kinking up right there like that. I want it to be straight like that. There's a bee's nest forming above me here, Lord. Like we love it here. Okay, we don't really need anything right here. We just want to make sure it doesn't move up and down and all that right here. That should stabilize it even more. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't move at all. That's what we want. A little bit right here. I think I will put a little tape on this part after all. Okay, very good. That looks better too. How's the wire? Tape don't look that bad. It'll get dirty. All of it's gonna get dirty. It's gonna go from looking like this to looking like this, which is, I just swept it down a little bit. Well, I say sweep it, but hit it with the rag, a little red rag I have. Need to clean it up. We'll see if we can clean it up a little bit. It's just a compulsion. I see stuff, I have to clean it up sometimes. Yeah, it's gonna have to be washed off. There's nothing much I can do with that with my bare hands. What did I do with the red rag? Just had the dang on time. Now leave it in my room. I bet I did. Oh. Yeah, see, we got a pile of grass back there. I did. This one would benefit from a good washing at least. Clean it up like a little mini car, you know. You clean your car up, you gotta clean your other types of vehicles as well. We call it a vehicle. You could modify it. Yeah, it has a little dust on it. Probably ran over some dog turds. It smells like it's got a little stinky to it. Since you can't smell it, I'll tell you about this. I can wash underneath it too. Maybe they keep it inside of a split storage room or something, so I don't know. But we don't want to return it to them all funky and covered in grass either. That's not bad for just a brush and wipe it. Okay, we'll just leave this one out. This is that other mower. This one's supposed to go back home, so I'm going to go here and see what I can do. Yeah, I'm going to go rinse this off and clean it up real good. And you can see the after of that. And I put it back together and call it wrap on this one. Wash my hand anymore. All right, I went inside and I blasted this thing with some hot water and washed out a bunch of dirt, basically. You can see it's still got some chunks like that still in it that didn't come out. I'm trying with the hose pipe. I can see light passing through some of it, but at first it was pretty blocked. You couldn't see any light passing through it at all. You can now. Probably can't tell. Yeah, there you go. You can see it on there a little bit. See up here with light. But the curved parts, they need some more attention. Try the hose pipe, see what that does. Still looks pretty good. It's because it's wet too. It's darker. It should lighten up a little bit as it dries out. We'll just leave it sitting on next to the lawnmower on the deck or something so it can dry out. I'll move it to a better position. See, on this model, we got a fancier one. That's pretty slick. It's washed up pretty good. It'll take a while for the paper enders to dry. So I'm just going to demonstrate to you how it goes with that. Then you put the door on it. It's just like similar to mine, except mine doesn't have the paper cartridge. Just a washable filter tube, which means I could technically cut that yellow one I got as a spare for the Murray into cubes the same size and reuse it. So might get some use out of it after all for mine. So we're gonna leave this up here on top of the engine like that so it can just dry over time. We'll put the door back on here so we don't lose it. And there we go. So now we can give my nephew Mark, well, I guess it's Mark's, not nephew, but I guess it's their family mower. Yeah, got to give them their family mower back. So now that we've got ours running again, well, not the original one, not the Murray one I've been using for a couple years, several years now up here. But yeah, that's cool to get this new one. I like it all right. It's different. It definitely feels like it cuts more grass. You can feel the difference in the size and weight. I may still be getting a blade for it. I don't know if I like how it cuts. It could be just to use an extra height I added to it to make it not cut so deep. But when I had it on its lowest settings, yeah, it cuts great. I don't think I need to change it necessarily. Just the height was off. And to finish off here, here's how it looks. The whole area. Dude's mowing his mega field. And I almost kind of wanted to keep doing it, but I was like, well, I still got to finish processing. But now that I'm done making the video clips here, I can finally spend one day and I'm going to let this Bill's and done this area. That was the hill I showed you maybe another day, real low to the ground. So that's how the Troy did it versus how mine really originally did it on the first attempt at its low settings. I mean, it took it down, but that'll make it dry. It'll dry out and it's hard to grow back from that. So the other one did a better job with its cutting. So that's what I'm trying to simulate that. And that's what I mowed over here just a little while ago. I remowed this area. And it turned out okay. I think it'll be all right at the settings it's on. But it's got a little more adjustments. I can make it higher if I need to and all that. But yeah, I guess that's enough boring lawnmower videos for one day. That ought to hold you over for a while, whoever's watching this stuff. All right, well, I'd like to thank you for watching and have a good day.